Hi friends, it's Aubrey. I know food prices have been on the rise and it is getting a little out of control, but we can still eat and eat on a budget with our families. If you need some tips in that area, keep watching. My first step in my meal planning process that saves me so much money is to shop my kitchen first. So what I like to do is go through everything in my pantry, my fridge, and my freezer, as well as my spice cabinet to see what all we have in store, and then also just to see if we're missing anything. So if we're missing salt, we're obviously gonna need that, so I'll add that to the grocery list and things like that. So typical staples that we always have on hand, if we're out of those, we will buy some of those and add those to our grocery list. But what I like doing at this point while I'm looking through everything is to come up with a meal plan based on what I have, and then hopefully I won't have to go to the store for any specific ingredients, or if I do, I'll make note of what we need. And what I do when I'm going through here is kind of make a mental note of the different protein options, the different veggie options, the different canned goods, and different spices that we have. That way I have an idea of some meals that we can put together. I also have a recipe binder. It's nothing fancy, but it does house all of the recipes that we've tried and liked. And I also have a tab on my phone with some additional recipes. And I just have them categorized by meat type or protein. And then I have one for desserts as well. And so we can look through these to see if we have any of the ingredients on hand to make any of these ones that are tried and true and we know that are really good. Or what I can do is take those ingredients and search online. There's lots of different recipe generators or different ways to look up recipes based on ingredients that you already have. I can link some of those down below. And so that's what I do to come up with some ideas based on the things that I already have on hand in my kitchen. So let me show you what my meal plan is looking like for this week, just based on the things that I already have on hand without going to the store. So we are in March of 2023. We're going to be planning out this week of dinners, and I already added one dinner for next Sunday. We're going to make roast and mashed potatoes. Probably have it with my parents, but we have a big roast in the freezer that we can use, and then we'll try and get some potatoes this week. So for tonight's dinner, we're going to go to my parents' house because normally on Sundays, that's just what we do. We always have a family dinner on Sundays. And then for Monday dinner, we have everything for the Korean beef bowls, which we really like. So we'll go ahead and add Korean beef bowls to the list. And after that, we really like those quinoa bowls, and we still have some veggies that need to get used. And I think we have a lemon and feta and chickpeas. So we have all the ingredients for that. So we'll go ahead and make another one of those. And then we will do some chili from the freezer because we just have some that was frozen from my extreme budget grocery challenge video that I'll have linked here for you guys if you are interested in that. I fed my family for 4 days for $30. And then these are kind of the days where I'm thinking we might get some good meat options from Albertsons or QFC's ads. So I might leave these open or plan a pantry night or a leftover night. So we'll just do that on Saturday. So that way we can all kind of have a break. So that'll be, we either have a sandwich, or if we have leftovers, or if we have a salad kit, that'll be what we'll do that night. And we will see what is on the ad for this week to come up with these other two dinners for Thursday and Friday. Once I have a good meal plan based on what I already have on hand, if I still have some days where I have some holes, then I'll go ahead and look at my weekly ad for the stores in my area and see if there are any items there that we could fill in those holes. Like if we needed a veggie side, we could see what vegetables are on sale. Or if we needed like a fruit side to go with a lunch, then we'd see what is available for fruit that's on sale. Or if there's different cuts of meat like chicken or beef or pork, we could add those into the meal plan based on what's on sale at my local grocery stores. I like to shop at Albertsons and QFC. QFC is a Kroger affiliate, and Albertsons and Safeway are kind of in their own little realm. I'm sure there's other stores that are affiliates with them too, but those two places tend to have decent ads every week. And so I'm going to show you the ads and what they're looking like this week and show you what I'm planning on picking up for my family. We're first going to look at the QFC ad. So this, I tend to look at what is on sale under the weekly digital deals, either on the right side at the top or at the bottom, just to see what is there first. So bacon and asparagus, butter, and some other items like the chicken are a good price this week. So I will go ahead and write those down on a piece of paper and I'll transfer them to an app in just a little bit. I also see that peanut butter is on sale and we can use that coupon 5 times. And then my favorite Adele's sausages, which it's not the best price, but it's better than what I could get them for pretty much anywhere else. We'll add that to the list as well. We like the yogurts a lot too, and typically there's an Ibotta rebate on these, which I'll talk a little bit more about later. So we'll add that to the list too. The pastaroni is also a decent price. We don't eat that a lot, but sometimes it's a good starting off point for our dinners. So we'll add that to the list as well. Green cabbage is also a decent price too. We don't really eat a lot of cabbage, but maybe something to look at. And I know a lot of the time people will say that the ads, you really just want to look at what's, the very front page, what's the very best ad, but sometimes there are some, hidden little deals throughout it and throughout the app, so definitely check that out as well. Now we're gonna look at the Albertsons ad together, and again, gonna write down the things that are on sale this week that my family will eat. That's another key tip here. Don't buy things just because they're on sale. If you're not gonna eat them, it's a waste of money. So that's another big tip as well. So with the Albertsons ad this week, they have Totino's pizza rolls, they have milk, cheese, bananas, London broil, top brown steak, I think is what it is. It's $1.97 a pound. And they also had a deal on chicken for 87 cents a pound for bone-in chicken. So we'll go ahead and add those all to the list, as well as it looks like the American Beauty pasta is going to be on sale this week as well. So we'll go ahead and add that to the list because we are running a little bit low, not completely out yet, but it's nice to pick things up when they're on sale so you don't have to pay full price later. And then another thing they have on sale is some golden potatoes. We really like those. So we're going to pick some of those up as well. And I did see previously in the ad that the strawberries were $2.77 for a 2-pound, which is a really good price. So we're going to get those as well. And I think that's everything we're going to get at Albertsons. So now let's finish the meal plan. Okay, so in the ad we saw that chicken was going to be on sale, so I'm thinking we'll do like the chicken and rice bake that we made in another budget video, which I'll go ahead and link that one. That one I made 7 dinners for $20 for my family, and that rice in it was amazing, and I've been wanting to make it again, so this will be a perfect excuse to do that. And then for Friday, since we're going to be getting some of that London broil, I'm thinking we could cube it up and make some beef and barley soup. So we'll go ahead and add that here, especially because it's supposed to snow, which is odd for March, especially in Portland, but we'll make the beef and barley soups. We'll have a nice cozy evening, and that will be my dinners for this coming week. Now that we have the meal plan all done and we have our grocery list, we are gonna head over to Albertsons and QFC to pick up the weekly items. I don't think we're gonna have to hit up any other stores to pick any random items up. I think we're pretty well stocked with all of our pantry essentials and basics that we use in a lot of our meals. So let's go to the store. So now that we've done our meal plan, got all of our weekly deals written down, and our coupons, we're gonna go into the store. I'll show you a little bit in there. It's normally pretty busy in the morning, so I probably won't film with myself talking in the store, but I will go ahead and just kind of give you an overview of what we're gonna pick up and what to look for when you are shopping to make sure you're getting the best prices on food. We're heading to QFC first to get all of the items that were on our list for this week's weekly ad. So we'll go ahead and pick all of those up first. And QFC and Fred Meyer's and Kroger affiliates, what I've found is they tend to have pretty good clearance prices and lots of clearance food options. So we're going to look through all of those after we pick up what we are coming here for. So we'll look at the fruit, the meat, the bread, and then they normally have a stocked shelf all full of random clearance items that are dried goods. And sometimes they'll have juice or milk or yogurt on clearance as well. And as long as it's something we'll eat and it's not going to go to waste, we will pick it up if the price is right. Another tip is to check price per ounce because sometimes the price per ounce may not be the best, even if it's the sale price. So definitely compare prices as you go. Another tip I have is to go to multiple stores. I mean, you saw me go through the weekly ads at 2 different stores. I like to do that to make sure I'm getting the best price on things. And I know sometimes it may be way out of the way and it might cost more in gas to go to multiple stores. But luckily for me, the 2 stores that I typically go to for their weekly ads are both within about 10 minutes from each other. And so it's really not that much extra to go to both. So that might be an option for you as well if you have multiple stores near you to shop around to get the best price. Now we're off to Albertsons. We're gonna get some rotini pasta just because this is a really good price in my area. So we're gonna get 3. It's another thing to keep in mind is knowing the prices in your area. So I used to keep a little journal with all of the prices for things I normally bought. And then when they went on sale, I'd write the sale price down as well. Nowadays, I kind of just know what it is, but if you're just starting out, that might be a good tip for you to keep a journal just of notes of what everything costs. So that way you know when it's a good deal and then you can stock up. We're going to pick up all of our sale items again here at Albertsons and then also check out to see if they have any clearance options. Here is what I picked up today. I will be showing the full breakdown and explaining everything that I got in next week's video, so make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. So when I get back from the stores, what I like to do is use Fetch Rewards and Ibotta, and I also have another app that I use called Receipt Hog. I'll go ahead and have my referral links down below. If you use those, you get a bonus when you sign up. What you will do is you'll upload your receipt to those apps, and on Receipt Hog and Fetch Rewards, you don't have to buy anything specifically. It will scan it for you and just give you the number of points. Sometimes there are bonuses, which are super helpful. Other times there aren't, but still any little amount of points helps, and you can redeem these with gift cards. And I think on Receipt Hog, you can do a PayPal withdraw as well. Same thing with Ibotta, and Ibotta, you do have to buy specific items. So I typically, to save myself money, I don't look at the app before I go to the store, otherwise I'm tempted to buy those deals. I'll look at it afterwards just to make sure that I'm, sticking to my list. And I'm also only buying things that we will eat because I used to play that fun game of, well, if I just buy 2 or 3 more items that I may or may not have and may or may not even want or eat or use, then I'll get this bonus and I'll get extra money back. And then we ended up wasting more money buying products that we weren't going to eat. So definitely try doing it in reverse, just doing it afterwards, seeing if anything that you did buy qualifies. And if it doesn't, well, there's 2 other apps that it doesn't matter what you buy. So I'll leave all the links and referral codes down below for you so you can sign up for those. Some of my other favorite budgeting for meals tips would be to either have a separate eating out budget and have it be very strict. Like if you only want to spend $50 a month, so going out maybe one time, put that in your budget. If you don't want to spend any money going out, that's fine too. You just kind of need to figure out what's going to work for your family. We don't go out very often, and when we do, we have a separate budget for it, but it only probably happens about once or twice a month. Another great tip is to freeze things. If you didn't know, most things can be frozen. Not everything, but a lot of things can be. So if something's getting close to its best by date, throw it in the freezer, especially if it's butter, any type of cheese, meats. Those are all really good things to pop in your freezer. And you can look around in the frozen food aisle to see what they have there to get some ideas of what you could easily freeze. And Google is always your best friend. There have been so many things where I didn't think you could freeze them, but you could. So now I freeze celery, I freeze onions, I freeze chopped carrots, all these things, and then I just pull them out, and it makes dinner time really fast having them already prepared. Another probably more unconventional tip is to meal share. So when we were a young married couple and it was just me and my husband, we would have our friends come over one night and we'd go over to their house another night. We'd kind of just trade off who was doing meals that week, and that helped save a lot of money too, because we weren't buying an excess amount of food, and we weren't having to buy food for certain days of the week because we knew our friends were going to cook for us those days. And it was also a really great way to socialize, get to know people, and to share recipes with others. So that's another kind of unconventional tip. But right now what we do is we'll go over to my parents' house like once or twice a week, or we'll bring food over to them, or they'll come over here for dinner. And so we're kind of sharing the meals, which is helping us lessen our food waste, but also making it so we don't have to buy food for dinner for every single night of the week. And I know that won't work for everybody, especially if you have a big family, or maybe you're living alone, or you're living not surrounded by people that you know. That might not be an option for you, but that's definitely something to consider if you ever are, or if you are in that type of situation right now. One other thing I like to do is if there aren't any good deals going on at my 2 stores that week, I'll shop at the lowest price store overall for groceries that week. So that normally is Winco in my area, just because there's not a lot of Walmarts, but it might be Walmart in your area, or Aldi. Don't really have an Aldi here, which is so sad. I miss my Aldi. But shopping at the cheapest store, not everything will be the cheapest there, but overall your budget will be a lot happier because you'll be spending less money but still getting what you need. And lastly, if you are struggling with food insecurities, please reach out to your local churches or to your local fire department, police station to see what options they have available in your area. And I know people do struggle with this, so if I can find any resources that are kind of general for the United States or other countries, I'll go ahead and leave those linked down below, because no one should go hungry. You deserve to be fed and full, and hopefully you can find either some help from these tips or help from outside resources that can provide that for you. Those were some of my best tips and tricks. I hope that those will be helpful to you and give you some ideas on how you can save money on groceries for your family. And if you liked this video, I will definitely be doing some more budget meal content here in the future, and I'll go ahead and have some linked down below for you if you want to check those out. And please hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you here, and leave me a comment down below on some ways that you like to save money on groceries, because I love learning from you guys, and I love watching you all teach each other things in the comments down below. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!